Project Sunshine, the hidden tragedy of nuclear fallout testing. Project Sunshine, the human cost, raw and real. In 1957, a British mother named Jean Pritchard wanted to dress her stillborn daughter for burial. She was told she couldn't. Her baby's legs had already been removed for testing. Part of Project Sunshine, a US-led study of strontium-90 fallout from nuclear tests. The Atomic Energy Commission, AEC, never asked her permission. Her story surfaced in a 1995 US investigation, one of many confirming that families were kept in the dark. In Australia, a 2001 government inquiry found that between 1957 and 1978, over 20 infant bodies were taken from hospitals, like those in Melbourne, for similar tests. One mother, unnamed in records but real, learned decades later that her stillborn child's remains had been shipped overseas and burned to measure radioactive ash. She'd been told it was routine disposal. No consent, no explanation. Across the US, Canada and Europe, over 1,500 samples, possibly up to 6,000, were collected from stillborns, infants and even deceased adults. A 1955 AEC memo, declassified in the 1990s, showed Willard Libby urging body snatching to get them, calling it vital for national security. In Chicago, 44 stillborns were cremated for analysis, their parents never told. Hospitals and morgues handed over remains under vague pretenses like public health studies, a lie exposed by the 1995 Advisory Committee on Human Radiation Experiments. The human cost? Parents robbed of closure, their grief compounded by betrayal. The AEC knew the ethics were shaky. Minutes from a 1955 meeting admitted as much. But Cold War fear of Soviet nukes trumped morality. They justified it. Fallout data could calm public panic, guide policy. The 1963 Test Ban Treaty owed something to these findings, but at what price? Families got no apologies until Clinton's 1995 probe, and even then, most never knew their loss fed a secret machine. How could a government do this? Simple, they hid it. Classified orders, coded shipments, and a belief that ends justified means let them treat citizens as tools, not people. The evidence, declassified memos, inquiry testimonies, lays it bare. Do you think governments stopped doing things like this, or do you think they're just better hidden and never on the news? Like and subscribe and take a look at our other content.